Hi, just a quick one. I was doing this map root mechanism thing that I want. I'll just show you what it does. So click, click, click. You can draw lots of pretty lines with it. Now, the problem I was faced is these little circles here that I'm creating. These are called user points, and I want to tag them. But the problem is that the library I'm using is Vectorosity. And when I create a user point, so here's my draw user points function. It's just a list of vectors, and you create a thing called a vector line. That's fine. But the problem is that if you look at the vector line and I look at tag, it hasn't got one. So I look for game object, it hasn't got one. So what I did is I looked at vector line, I followed the code of it, and I could see that it creates a game object, but it doesn't expose that game object. So how do I get to set the tag if the underlying function is not allowing me? So what I did is I used reflection. So I get the type, and let's give this a better name actually, to be honest. Rename vector type. And this is the thing that threw me. I was expecting this to be a property. So if we go to vector line again, there we go to setup line. You can see that mgo is a serialized field. So I thought that was going to be a property, and it's not. It's actually a field. So this is wrong. So let's rename that. So game object field type. So then I call get field, and I know the name of it is mgo. And because it's a private and not a public, you have to specify that you want a non-public binding, but you still want from the instance, i.e. not a static. So that gets you the field for mgo. And then you need to actually get the value from your circle object. So this is what this bit does. You can say get value. So you've got a field type of mgo. You're saying to that field, what is your value with this instance called circle line? And that brings back a game object. And then I can tag it with user point, and that's it. I'm done. So back to the code, back to the editor, press run, and clicking here. And then if I look at this canvas, look at the user points, you can see that indeed it has tagged it with user point. So I've managed to circumvent the scoping mechanism of .NET using .NET Reflection. And there we go. Thought that might be something that people might find useful. Obviously be wary, because that's not what the library designer has intended. So use reflection at your peril. Thanks.